You know, while we asking for reparations, let me throw something out here that my girl Jice says all the time, right? That at the end of the day, we're worried about who we're voting for in 2020. Everybody in 2020 is probably going to be a piece of shit.
This nigga here. I'll get back to that clip I just played later, and that was from 2019. And I downloaded that back when she said it, and she was speaking at a time even before Joe Biden was even thought of as a candidate. And let me run through an example or two before I get to why I gave an example or two. Or maybe I'll give, 3 or 4 examples. But Mechee, wasn't you the one who paraded Dr. Boyce Charles Wu Watkins around before the public as some liberator of black people? Yes, of course that was you. All of them fights you got into, defending them. But when he stabbed you in the back, then he became a coon, buck dancing, scamming Sambo who's poison to the black community. Dr. Umar, where that $1 million you got from the people at Johnson? Another one of your exes, Mechee. I remember one time somebody in your chat room was telling you that this dude is a thief. Because you had been propping him up for a long, long time, but there you were arguing at your chat. Show me proof, show me proof, show me proof he's a scammer. Not long after that, there you were calling the man a fraud. This hustler here, Yvette Carnell, you sent your audience to support her ADOS scheme. Like this one here, Pat.
A lot of people say, what's that? It's Pat. A lot of people ask, who's he or she? A ma'am or a sir, accept him or her, for whatever it might be. It's time for androgyny. Here comes Pat.
No coincidence you and her. It's no coincidence that you and her used to work for Boyce Watkins. And neither of you revealed his hustling until he ripped y'all off too. And, no real digs at her sexuality, but I figured it's okay to take a shot because, her hustle is to trash other people's identity. So why not take a shot? But this is another one who also sits on the board of a white supremacist Minuteman Oath Keeper Border Patrol group. She's on their payroll. They file her on their taxes. I've seen it myself. And she even said she sits on that board, a group that's ran by Nazis. Grandmaster Jay, out the gate you attacked him, calling him a womanizer, blinded by religion, and a bunch of other stuff. Made cool with him, pranced him around before the public as our hero, here to save us from the white man. Then when he betrayed you, you came on here calling him a fraud and then revealed several scams that you already knew he was running. Oh, and let us not forget this one here. And I hope you didn't think I was going to let Tommy not be one of these examples. Now you, out the gate blasting on this dude, and rightfully so, because he's a dirtbag. We all know that. So he hears you calling him all of these coons and sellouts and womanizers and all these things, right? So he invites you to come on his show and talk to him, and you go. I watched it, I saw it. Not long after y'all's discussion, we look up and found out that you done went on and gave the man some of your pussy. Now, I don't bring that up because I care. That's yours, so of course you can do what you want to do with your hot pocket.
Why gotta be a hoe?
I don't know. That's your business. But I bring all this stuff up because of the kind of videos that you do, and because of the position that you pretend to stand on. And I even understand that we all get beat, especially in relationships we get beat. Sometimes we be the ones that's beating somebody, making them think that we something that we not. It happens. From kids to where we get up there at age, it's always somebody out there that's a lot slicker than we are and can run tricks on us, got us thinking that they're good people. And like I said, sometimes we're that deceiver. I get it. That's life. But the kind of videos you do, like the one you just did, or the others where you be trying to tell people that, black people, we don't have no friends and we all we got. A person who, since I've known her on here, be breaking up with somebody about every 5 or 6 weeks, wants to be the same one who can determine what a friend is for an entire people. You can't be trusted. One who will run with the devil and will only speak out when she doesn't get her way with that devil. You, the one whose discernment meter is obviously broken, knows who's best for an entire group of people. You be talking about politics and politicians when you be doing these we all we got videos. It's a bunch of them on your channel, years worth of them. An apolitical minded person telling people which politics and politicians is best for us. You're apolitical, Mechee. Most of you Black Power people are apolitical.
You know, while we asking for reparations, let me throw something out here that my girl Jice says all the time, right? That at the end of the day, we're worried about who we're voting for in 2020. Everybody in 2020 is probably going to be a piece of shit. We ain't going to vote for none of them motherfuckers. I ain't voting for none of them motherfuckers anyway. But you know what Black people need to do? We need to gear our own candidate. Not for 2020, but for the next presidential cycle, for the next campaigns, right? Right? To be ready for the next campaign, not 2020, because we don't have anybody, because we haven't put in the work before then.
That was you using your relatively large channel to instill an apathetic spirit in people about politics. There you were in 2019, already dismissive of now and telling them to look towards 2024. Y'all been doing that on here since Obama's first term. Mechee, you and the rest of the artificial Black Power people love to talk about what the problem is with and what's going on with Black people in regards to how y'all perceive our position here in the United States, which is we've been situated at the bottom of the totem pole, according to y'all. Me, I've told people that no matter which issue it is, reparations, single-parent households, racism, or whatever people think is the problem has been
Who's in charge here?
Who's been in charge has been the problem. Who's been in charge of fixing the problem has been the problem.
Who's in charge here? I am, sir. This camp is a disgrace.
The ones who we've let stand on the front line for the past 60 years. People like you, Mechee. And no, I understand you ain't been around for 60 years, but your mindset has. And we continue to let hustlers keep the loudest and biggest microphone.